Alright, welcome back to LiveWire. This is Ray Gonzalez, and with me is Andy Mack.
What's up?
Now, we usually review movies, but, you know, on our spare time, we like to do other things. We like to watch TV, too. We ain't watching movies, we watching TV. Not a lot of physical activity. Not a lot of outside time, other than paying the bills and working 9 to 5s. You know, and so we're going to start doing something a little different, and we're going to start reviewing TV shows, but not by their episodes. Each episode, we're gonna watch the whole season, and we're gonna just go through and cover the whole season more or less, and see how we felt about what we watched. Right. So we're gonna start with the first one, and it just finished like a couple nights ago. It's M. Night Shyamalan's foray into TV, the psychological thriller Wayward Pines, starring big hit stars like Matt Dillon and Terrence Howard and Melissa Leo and Shannon Sossamon and
Carla.
Who?
Carla.
Carla. Who's
No.
Carla?
Never mind.
Who's
That's
Carla?
the wrong name. That's Kate Ruth. Kate Houston.
Kate Houston. Who's Kate? Oh, Carla Gugino. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Well, but yeah, she's in there too. And if I've never seen a show like I've never seen the show Twin Peaks. I know you've seen the show Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And you were a big fan.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Why don't you tell me what?
I started watching it after, True Detective.
Okay.
There was some little comparisons. Right?
So True Detective had a lot of like things that were like Twin Peaks.
Not exactly.
Why don't you tell me what is Twin Peaks about? Because I've never seen it.
Twin Peaks. There's a murder in this town, this little small weird town, and there's a FBI agent that's sent there to find out about the murder, and he like teams up with the town sheriff. There's also another show that has similarities to it was The Killing. You know how the girl.
Yeah.
And how it dealt with all the family members and
So
her
Twin
friends.
Peaks did that too.
Yeah.
Like covered the family and how. That was one of the things I liked so much about The Killing, is that you see the things in the perspective of the family. So Twin Peaks did that too.
Yeah.
Nice. Makes me want to kind of watch.
But Twin Peaks had a little paranormal, sci-fi element to it.
So a little hint of X-Files in there. I'm sure it came out before X-Files, right?
Yeah, that's like
right.
late 80s.
Late 80s. Okay. I ain't mad at that. So it sounded a lot like this show right here.
Yeah.
It did sounded a lot like this show right here. Well, let's go into the storyline. Matt Dillon plays Ethan Burke, a U.S. Secret Service agent who's out looking for his missing partner in a small, eerie town, and he doesn't know how to get out from this eerie town. Things are just weird. There's no cell phones, no computers. Everybody is just so peppy and odd, and for some reason the sheriff likes rum raisin ice cream, and he notices that in the town there's cameras everywhere, watching him, and he's just like, who's watching and what's going on, and where's my ex-partner, who's played by Carla Gugino as Kate Houston, until he bumps into her. And she's just, a normal person, citizen in Wayward Pines.
Where am I?
You're in Wayward Pines.
Citizens of Wayward, we are truly blessed. We truly care for one another.
You could be happy here, Ethan.
Rum raisin. You like rum raisin?
Do not try to leave. Do not discuss the past.
Work hard.
Be happy.
Enjoy your life in Wayward Pines. We all must do our part.
Always answer the phone if it rings.
kill the man in front of you. Telemarketer. Follow the rules.
They're trying to break your mind.
This is no ordinary town.
They're watching us and listening.
How do I get out of here?
You don't.
I'm pretty sure I'm like missing a few things that I'm not mentioning. You know, like how he got there. You see, like
a car crash,
a car crash, and he wakes up in a like
hospital.
In the hospital, an empty hospital practically. You know, things very eerie, very Shyamalan type. You know, trying to force the tension and the terror, and it's all a mystery. Halfway through the movie, or see, look at me, look at me, man. You see,
Halfway through the series, you know, it's all about uncovering what is this place and how do we get out and what is it exactly, and it gets pretty complicated when Ethan Burke's wife, played by Shannon Sossamon, her name is Teresa Burke, and her son, Ben, go out looking for him, and they end up in Wayward
Pines. Now, the idea to me, it was interesting. It was an idea, you know, like it's based off a book. Now, I don't know how well the book is written or everything. Now, it's an interesting premise to me, and there's a lot of things that were, you know, would leave you questions like, what is outside of the town that you can't get out? When Ethan finally sees his partner Kate, you know, it's only been for him like 2, 3, 4 days. For her, it's been 10 years. Yeah. So she has aged. How is that possible? And you start asking these questions, and it's an interesting premise. The only thing is that this is a TV show and a basic network television show.
That's right.
So even though there's shows like American Crime that are pushing the boundaries of TV and making it seem like HBO doesn't have it on lock anymore. You know, even shows like or channels like CBS and ABC can have top-notch shows like American Crime. This one didn't go that route. This one was made to just
strictly for regular TV.
Regular TV people who only want to watch regular TV things. You know, and everything is so half-assed. The writing is half-assed. A lot of the actors just sleepwalk, go through the motions. It's really a bore to watch. It's an interesting concept, but it's a bore to watch because nothing goes down. I was not interested at all.
I hear you paid Patricia Evans a visit. Here the poor woman is grieving over her dead husband, and you go banging on her door like a drunken Bible salesman.
I didn't know Evans was married with a baby.
You think the baby did it, huh?
Any word from forensics?
They picked up your friend's body about an hour ago. He said they should have results back by tomorrow morning.
His wife says he killed himself.
Now, Mr. Burke, I know that you think that nothing seems to make sense in this town. But one very important detail you haven't mentioned is that you were in a big-time accident with a very large semi. The doctors found bleeding on your brain. They wanted to drain the blood, but you fled the hospital. Am I right?
Is the body in the morgue yet?
Sure is. In the hospital.
Good. Well, I'd like to go over there.
Don't. I want you to stay away from the body. Leave it to the professionals.
Okay. Let me know what the coroner says.
so
As soon as
bland.
they killed Terrence Howard, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, Terrence Howard was the only lively thing in the show.
And I was like 3 or 4 episodes in, kind of.
Yeah, no, I think he died in the third episode. And he played the sheriff who was just having fun taking control of the town until like he starts figuring out that Ethan Burke was going to be his replacement. See, like the thing that about the show, obviously spoilers, but you know, you should have known better. The show's already done. You know, but this place is actually not set or it's not in a remote place or anything. It's actually, you know, the same town where it's always been, but it's been protected, and the people have been cryogenically frozen, like
frozen / sleep.
Yeah,
asleep.
And all these people were chosen to
start over, this new community.
Exactly. And apparently this is the second time that the creator, David Pilcher, played by Toby Jones, who picked all these people and created this town. This is the second time they try to make this civilization work, and this time they're doing it with brutal violence. You know, like if somebody doesn't follow the rules, there's a reckoning, and they're killed in front of the whole town to kind of like lay down the law, which of course somebody like Ethan Burke doesn't stand for. He's a U.S. Secret Service agent, so he stands for the truth, justice, and the American way.
You choose. Mr. Burke, is there something I can do for you?
Just stay away from my family, okay?
I've done nothing but helped you and your family.
Is that why you brought him here?
Listen, Mr. Burke, we just want you to have a happy life here in Wayward Pines.
You want me to have a happy life here?
Yeah.
Is that why you have a gigantic electrical fence surrounding the town? Is that why you don't let people talk about the past? Is that why you hold public executions? What about that place, the last place I saw you? Come on, this isn't an ordinary town, you know that.
You are very right about that. This is no ordinary town. This is an extraordinary town.
Mr. Burke, see, you have one of two choices. You can either find your place and follow the rules, or you can keep searching to find what's behind door number 3. I guarantee you, you and your family would be much safer if you follow the rules.
Oh, another thing I'm just thinking about right now is like the Abbeys. They're supposed to be humans who evolved, right?
Yeah, it was like
that's not
something
like
I
don't understand.
It's not something that they cover because, like, of course, this is like a mini-series show with just 10 episodes. So, like, there's a lot of questions left, and they don't cover a lot of things.
There's these things called the Abbeys that are
short for abnormal, right? Abnormal beings, or I think, you know.
They're what's being kept out of the community.
You're right. And they're like naked monsters. That's all they're. You know, I mean, like they're supposed to be humans who it sounds ridiculous. Like for some reason evolved into these dumb creature-like monsters.
Yeah.
How that works.
They just want to eat or
Yeah, but I don't know how they turned into that. Like the oxygen, the world, like maybe
that
so much
really...
pollution, something like that, or nuclear war, the radiation that we've thrown around in the world, something like that. So the human race has turned mostly. It's been destroyed, and whatever life of human civilization from the past have turned into like these things called the Abbeys, which now Ethan Burke is kind of like the only one in town that knows about it, and he has to protect the town from it without revealing the secret.
How come you didn't tell me any of this when I first got here?
Ethan, I've been trapped here for 12 years. Try and imagine what that's like. And then you show up, and a week later you're sheriff?
All right, look, it stops now.
Why would I stop trying to escape this prison?
Look, the world that you and I knew, the world outside the fence, that no longer exists. It's not 2014. It's not even the 21st century anymore.
What do you mean it's not the 21st century anymore?
Pretty much, it's all like, it's all run-of-the-mill stuff for TV. Sounds to me like a lot of it is taken out of Twin Peaks by the way you're talking about it, So it's just very disappointing to watch top-notch actors like these just collect the paycheck and go through the motions. M. Night Shyamalan, a lot of people were expecting that this is going to be something like a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan, but it's like every time M. Night Shyamalan comes out with a new movie or something or a project, everybody thinks that that's what it's going to be, but it keeps disappointing. It keeps disappointing. Yeah. It's easy to watch. It's pretty easy to follow.
Yeah.
It's just bland. Bland. And it comes from Fox, and Fox has kind of been on a roll lately because they're coming off of Empire, like a silly ass show that's just unbearable but hard not to
entertaining.
Right, and hard not to look at, you know what I mean? And apparently Fox loves Terrence Howard. They love to feed Terrence Howard. They love to pay his bills, and
it's working out for him.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. He definitely did his thing. He was definitely one of the highlights of this whole show. Too bad that he only shows up for like 4 episodes, 3 in the beginning and 4th and a flashback. I wish we had more of him than Matt Dillon, because Matt Dillon, a lot of the times, he's just sleepwalking, man, pulling a Franco on us. So it's a shame. I was kind of hoping for this to be better. It's alright, because I had American Crime, so I was well fed.
Yeah.
We still got shows like True Detective and Ballers, so.
But a lot of stuff this beginning of the year that we're not talking about, but we just started.
Yeah, right. HBO has kept us pretty well fed, I have to say.
Netflix,
Oh yeah, Netflix too.
House of Cards and
Daredevil. I even watched that show Bloodline. That shit was pretty damn dope. But yeah, I'm gonna give this show a solid 2, simply because the ideas are kind of there. Like, it's got potential, and it's not like it's a catastrophic like monstrosity. It's just that everything is so lazy. Everyone's so lazy. The production values are lazy. It's like nobody put effort. So if you're not gonna put effort, but it's some of it, the stuff is intriguing, I'm gonna give you like a D, like barely passing. A D, right?
Yeah, 2. That's sounds about right.
Oh, well, it's a damn shame. I really hope Matt Dillon comes back from this, man. I really wish Matt Dillon. He just came from, like, to me, it's almost like he got that Oscar nomination for Crash, and then he just disappeared again. Popped up in Takers again, and then disappeared again. Like, where you at, man? Come on, like answer Marvel's call or something. Do a Marvel movie. Be like the cop friend of somebody.
Give us some of that good.
You know. Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm with the Secret Service. Where am I?
You're in Wayward Pines, Idaho.
You had a concussion. It was a nasty car accident.
Where's the doctor?
I gave him your vitals, and he thinks you're doing A-okay.
So what exactly are you doing here, Mr. Secret Agent Man?
A missing persons investigation.
Well, I hope you find what you're looking for.
Special Agent Ethan Burke. I'm here to see the sheriff.
There's a man here to see who says he's a secret agent or something.
Special Agent.
Rough little accident you had. How you feeling?
Better than the guy whose corpse I just found decomposing in a house 6 blocks from here.
Rum raisin. You like rum raisin?
I was sent here to find 2 of our agents, and now I'm only looking for one. Her name is Kate Hewson. Kate, what the hell is happening?
They're watching us and listening.
You could be happy here, Ethan.
Lazy days and moonlit.
We were together 5 weeks ago.
For you. For me, it's a lot longer. The only way to stay alive here is to play along.
We need someone like you.
They're trying to break your mind.
Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
How do I get out of here?
You don't.
We're gonna make it out of here.
Do not try to leave.
They're gonna kill us!
Do not discuss the past. Always answer the phone if it rings.
You want to know the truth? It's worse than anything you could even imagine.
Lazy days and moonlit nights.